Welcome back to The Final Pop. My name is Albin Ramirez.
And I'm Juan Jimenez.
And we just got back from watching Trap. This is our mini podcast called Before the Pop. We just got out of the theaters. This is our raw and unfiltered reaction to it.
In the seats of our truck.
Yes, that's why you hear humming.
Yeah, you'll hear humming, you'll hear little beeps here and there. But dude, what did you think about this movie?
Oh my Lord.
I have very, very strong feelings about this movie. In a good way.
In a great way.
In a good way.
Yes. All right, do you want to start?
No, I want to hear you.
Okay.
You seem more excited.
I am excited. This was a great movie. It was written really, really good. Let's start from the beginning, right? We get this guy, he's a killer. He's in this concert with his daughter. It just seems like everything is going wrong with him. He's gonna get caught, and we're just sitting in that seat thinking, fuck, how is he gonna get out of this?
Mm-hmm.
How is he gonna survive?
And we do see opportunities.
Yeah, and he's smart.
Yeah.
He's a very smart dude. He tries to go to the roof. He tries to, go underground and all these things. Even like steal cards and, gets a girl, burnt and all that. And wow, like there's so many layers to this movie that I really, really appreciate the writing in it.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of these movies where I'm down to watch again. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with the main protagonist or antagonist, I guess. The guy.
Yeah.
He delivered a great performance in this movie. He portrayed a crazy dude, and Jesus Christ, it's really good.
No. It's a normal crazy dude.
Yeah.
Because you think he's normal, but then you start seeing like how nitpicky he is.
The OCD.
The OCD is crazy, and he's not just thinking about one thing at a time. He's thinking about multiple things, and he's seeing like escapes. But the police are always on it. Well, later on, he feels trapped.
Exactly. And dude, like I said, this movie has really good writing that throughout the whole movie, I was in a way for him. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, I hope he survives. And once he does get out, spoilers, once he does get out, there's still more after that. And I felt like it was going to be one of those movies where it's just one location. It's like, it's so boring. Like, we needed something new. And we do get more after that.
Yeah.
This movie felt like it had not enough locations, but it still felt fresh every time we did go somewhere new. And I like this movie a lot. What about you? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm going to go back to the locations part.
Okay.
Because I did go expecting that this is just going to take place in the arena.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. But then did you get a little bit of a really sigh when he like left the arena?
Yeah, I felt something like, oh my God, he actually did it.
He's actually out,
actually
right?
Did it.
But like just leaving the arena, I felt a little bit of relief. But then it just dawned on me that, oh my gosh, things can get crazy out here. Because that was the reason on why the police had enclosed the arena, was for him not to get out. And he did, and he managed. Lady Raven played a big role in that.
Yeah.
They used her well. She did a pretty good performance.
And
she played the artist. She plays the, I can't say hero, but like,
in a way she does. Which, by the way, she's the daughter of the
director. Yes, yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
And did you know that she actually made a whole album just for this?
For this movie?
Yeah, for this movie.
Wow. Yeah. And there was a few songs I was like, yeah, that's a good song. I like that one.
And so to what I felt for this movie, twists and turns.
Yes.
And it was so weird because usually, you know how I am. I'm like, we're watching halfway through the movie and I kind of already figured it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and this is like one of the few movies that I'm like, oh my gosh, not even I can figure out this movie.
Like how did you get out of this?
How do you get out?
How do you get out of this trap?
Yeah, because even when we thought that Lady Raven was gonna snitch on him at the arena, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And the second time, it had that same like, he's done, was when he stayed at the house, not knowing that he was gonna be gonna be as the chauffeur and have a SWAT thing ready for him.
Yeah, there were so many of those moments where we felt like the movie was over.
Yeah.
And he got caught, and we were like, you know what? It's done. Great. Finally caught the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he still manages to.
And the movie stopped. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the movie, we think he's going to prison, but oh my goodness, he still manages to get us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't see a second film, but it's a good way to end the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's one of those things where you have to think about it. Like, oh man, well, I wonder how he got out of there. I wonder if he did. So yes, the cast. Josh played Cooper. Yeah, like I said earlier.
He did phenomenal.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for him, bro.
Amazing. He
The close-ups of his face.
Yeah.
You could see
his
like
facial expressions are freaking there.
Yeah.
Like it's just so daunting, and it's scary to think like there's people out there just like that just
look normal. Yeah.
But inside they're fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And you could see this like he gives this good dead inside, but yet I managed to live in a normal life. It's so weird.
It's strange, dude.
Yeah. Overall, Lady Raven did a pretty good job too.
Yeah. Salika, like we said earlier, she is the daughter of Night M. Shyamalan. And yeah, I think she did pretty good too.
Yeah.
I don't think that she was standoffish or anything. Like she did pretty good, even though I think this is maybe her first movie. I don't think she's ever made a movie before this.
She's an artist.
Yeah, she did really good. I do have to give props to her. Ariel, the young girl.
Yeah.
Okay, you play a young girl. She just wants to go jam out at a concert. Pretty cool. One character that we didn't get much of, like some sort of arc, has to be the profiler.
Yes, the profiler.
Yeah. Like she was just kind of there, and she didn't know a lot about the guy, but I feel like should have been like some sort of connection between them two for us to care about her story or something.
Yeah. I've noticed that they mentioned that she's caught like 10 or 12 guys before this.
Right.
So what makes her this good is what I wanted to know. Like, okay, what makes her, the ideal person to catch Cooper?
Right.
So I wanted to know a little bit more about her. She was just there. It felt like a side character in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think she could have had a better role, but what about the cameos? We got Russ.
That's
we got
right.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi was
what a weirdo.
Yeah.
The hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Not much from Russ, but it's cool, And yeah, that's pretty much everybody.
But overall,
the one more person.
Who is it?
It's the vendor.
The vendor.
He cracked me up at the end.
Jamie the vendor.
Yeah, Jamie the vendor.
Which he has a small little clip at the end.
Yes.
Don't stand up right away.
Yes. I think solid cast.
Yeah,
Not
solid cast. Overall, solid cast.
Alrighty.
Should we go to scores? Sir?
Anything else you want to talk before we go there? Because I know that this movie is...
It's packed.
Yeah, it's a packed movie.
It's packed, and it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that.
It did not.
I was enjoying it.
It had a really good pacing. I feel like it had a lot of nice music too. And I know you said earlier that daughter was the one that made most of the songs. So I do have to say, good music as well.
Yeah.
Solid movie. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed myself. I was laughing. I was also grinding my nails. Like, oh man, how is he gonna survive? How is this and that? So yeah, I think we're ready for scores. I'm gonna let you go first.
Overall, this movie had me in the edge of my seats.
Yes.
Just thinking about what's the next move. And even when I got to thinking, oh, he could do this, he thinks of something even better.
Right.
And I don't think anybody can get this right. Like, if you can guess how he's going to escape this. But overall, my final pop score for now would probably be a 97.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I like it. No, when you keep me guessing a whole entire movie.
Yeah.
Because again, I've gone through movies and I'm like halfway through the movie, like, oh yeah, he's a killer and he's this and that.
Yeah.
This is how he's gonna do it.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't predictable. That's what I liked about this movie. The pacing was consistent, and even on the exciting parts and when you thought it was just finished, and I was like getting ready to relax against my seat. Oh, there we go again. He's escaping. So it was a good movie. Like, that's a good movie is what manages to keep people just spiked up, like on on that. So that's why I'm giving it a high score. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It had me hooked.
Okay. I do have to say my score is lower, and I have a few reasons. There's something about this movie that my first thoughts about this movie was, this guy's too lucky sometimes. Like, he just got very lucky with the roof. He got very lucky with the wallet, having somebody's little thing there. Getting lucky with a vendor, giving all this information. Like, things like this doesn't really happen, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's just too many moments. If it happened once or twice, sure, coincidence, whatever. But there's too many moments where I thought, damn, this guy's just getting lucky with everything.
Yeah.
Getting lucky with getting picked. Him and the daughter going up in the stage, That's one of those things I was like, oh.
He wasn't lucky.
No,
he sold himself.
Yeah, he did sell him, but just the fact that it happened.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that happen in this movie that it kind of makes you think, okay, I guess this is where we're going with it.
Okay.
And for that, my score is just a little lower. Not as low as you think.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 89. Yes, 89.
Oh my goodness.
That might change. I might think,
you might wake up tomorrow and
yeah.
Paul was right.
All right, guys. So if Juan's score is 97 and my score is 89, we meet right in the middle at 93%. So there you go, guys. That is our Before the Pop score. Make sure to go to our website at thefinalpop.com where you can give your score as well.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We're trying to hit 100 followers right now. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna cry if you guys don't follow us.
Yeah, he actually will cry, guys.
He will, yeah. It's the only way I can go to sleep. I haven't slept in 3 months.
Good. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna let him go cry in the corner. Thank you guys for listening to our Before the Pop podcast. Thank you guys for listening
And stay entertained.